Hey everybody, Mature Simmer here. So we're here for the last round. I had a 6-stroke lead at the end of yesterday, so I'm thinking this is my tournament to lose. I don't know how else you'd cover it. The other people, the third, fourth golfers, are way behind as always. Talked about at the end of the last episode what I'm thinking about adjusting, but I may not adjust anything for the major next week, and I'll make the adjustments the week after the event after, so in week 21. But let's go ahead and jump in here. All right, medium wind, so we escape another event without high winds. Okay, kind of the same view of the course. And I don't know that they do too many different things, so let's see. Brooke, wow, she had another rough round. So she is likely not going to finish, well, probably isn't going to finish in the top half, simply because by now, given where I'm at, and we're kind of likely the last pair going out on the course, like everybody else is probably out or played. And so, yes, there's some people that may float around, but she's not likely to gain 8 spots, I can't imagine. So again, Matt Kuchar is 9 under, I'm 15 under. Next one's even. Like at this point, I'd have to basically bogey everything and whatever, because or play even par, and they'd have to suddenly par the next 17 holes, which Danny might be able to do. But let's see what happens. All right, well, it's a bit of a breezy medium, because, yeah, usually when it's medium, it's not really double digits. But it is today. So even though I was open and pushing, still ended up quite a ways over. So I talked about in the third round, like, it's not like I don't feel like, oh, wind isn't, a fun challenge, but I don't know. In real life, I'm not sure I'd play in really windy conditions. But not like I'm remotely good in real life. I mean, at this point, I haven't played golf in 20 years. All right, so the last 3 rounds, I have had a really good position like this on the first hole. Let's see, this is going to be tricky. But we did it. All right. So that's a big one. So I talked about I've got to improve that part of my game. Putting on those, that is where my focus is, to just try to tweak that. Because even if I hit half of those and no longer 2-putt, but just make it, I improve by 9 strokes a round. And yes, I'm as amazed as you are by that statement, but that would be the reality. I mean, that's the thing, and I've talked about this for years, going back to 2K23 and stuff. It doesn't require massive improvements. A stroke every other hole will increase my score by 9 strokes. That's all it takes. I mean, so I don't need something miraculous to happen. I just need something to happen. Problem is, it's the 9 iron to the wedge. Just a massive difference. Okay, well, I didn't do 101%, so that is better. I'm like, maybe I'll swing a little weaker. Okay. It's going to be a challenging one. I was not as close as I was on the third round, where it was kind of a gimme. Let's see. Oh, it's downhill, but I don't know. Oh, wow. I really thought I hit it enough. I am surprised that it did not roll where it needed to roll. Not that it didn't go in the hole. I mean, just that it didn't roll to the hole distance-wise, to be clear. I'm always trying to be really sure I'm communicating clearly. Because obviously all you guys get from me on these is just a one-sided conversation. You know, and I've tried the Twitch thing. I've tried, you know, doing live around. I mean, I'm so sporadic. I couldn't give anyone a schedule. So I've talked about that too. Like, that's the reason I don't do anything live. But it's also challenging to set up, and I've never been terribly impressed with the interactions that folks have in those environments. Right, we're left of the pin. First I was like, oh, we're at the pin. Nope, it came over a little, so that probably means we're leaning a bit. We are. So again, this is key. Ooh, we did it. Alright, that's what I need to be happening. Because if that can happen, doesn't matter what difficulty I'm playing at, whatever. Like, if I can one-putt things, especially from, say, 10... I mean, even if I could get really good and do it at 15-foot distances, that would blow up my game. I'm gonna leave this the way it is. Alright, I like it. I like it when it's all blue. But still really, really far, because it was a 12-mile-an-hour wind. But I didn't want to come up short on a par 3. Now, this is a challenge. Ooh. Having a hard time not giving it too much welly, as Len Goodman would say. Oh, that got close. That did get close, so that wasn't bad, but I rolled off. Oh, come on. See, I disagree with that. I don't know that the grass is thin enough there that would really happen. So I struggle with that result on holes like this. Oh boy. Did I get up there? I did. Alright. Oof. That was kind of ugly. Alright, let's see if we can stop the bleeding. Oh my goodness. It didn't move at all, so I learned my lesson from 3 rounds before, where I always was like, oh, it'll move over that distance, it'll move. It still almost lipped out, but it didn't. So I did technically get, well, I guess I didn't really get the 1 putt, because the reason I was off the green was a bad putt. So, alright, now it's in my face and uphill. Okay, that should be solid. They're not cheering and going crazy, so it's not that close. It always hurts when you hit on a hill and then it just, yeah, kind of rejects you. Alright, let's see. It looks pretty straight on. Wow. And again, that's why I'm saying, you know, if you get half of them, like, okay, you get some of those that lip out like that, it'll happen. Like, that's the game. But yeah, there is something to be said, because I'm certainly, like, able to dial in my swing in the pro much better. And, whoops. Oh, it's a pitch, that's why. I'm like, what is going on? Man. I don't know that I have a great option here. Yeah, I think I have to do a pitch. It's just because it's not that high up. Alright, we're gonna try this. I may hate myself. No, it's gonna hit the edge and probably go right off. Yep. Alright. This'll be close enough. Yep. So that was good. It's kind of what I would have expected. Now we just need to pop it in for the par. You know, and when I'm that close, I'm usually okay. Like 3 feet, but even 5 feet sometimes, it's a mess. So, and yes, I am chickening out for selfish reasons for next event, because yes, I could up the difficulty, but the likelihood is they'll all play better, and I want to have a really good shot at that achievement. So it is what it is. I don't know. It looks down like it's 2 feet higher, but the slope there looks downhill. Yep. Okay, that worked. So I'm glad I didn't go up, because that would have been a long way past where I needed. And it would have been rough. Alright. Alright, so Matt has come up one. So, like I said, I don't expect him to just sit around and be like, oh, I've lost, I'm not going to play anymore. Like, obviously that's not going to happen. Oh, they're getting excited. That's always good. They're buzzing. No, not as good as I thought. I mean, I know the wind was blowing at me, so maybe doing that pullback was stupid. You know, it's the old hindsight is 20/20. Ooh, he's moving. All right. See, like that isn't going to happen every time. I'm not expecting, whenever I'm on the green, I must make every putt one time. You know, those are still gifts. Those are awesome. But, you know, because the impact certainly between Pro and Master is like that negative 4.6%. It would have had a more profound effect on Master difficulty. I'm not going to dispute that. Okay, I'm going to leave this there. Yeah, we're kind of at the flag. Very nice bounce, honestly. Thought it was an 8-iron, so I would not have expected that. That was a lot. Oh boy. I think this is the right call. It was. Thank goodness. Because otherwise it's very, very hurtful. Alright, front 9. So, yeah, nobody else is getting close. Alright, looks pretty straightforward. Yeah, always rolling to the front edge there, but I said that's alright. Alright, this time, I think I was here before, but I couldn't make it because I was like 50 yards away and it was up in the air, but this time we can flop it. So, should be okay. Ooh. Almost didn't need to go that far, but okay. Guess we go for the par here. Again, I don't want to roll too far. So I'd almost rather be short than long. Oh wow, that was kind of on line. If I knew that, I might have been worth taking a little bit of a risk, but that's okay. I mean, we're 8 strokes ahead. We should, kind of as I said at the beginning, it is ours to lose. Before I forget, I never remember, but it popped in my head. Like or subscribe, please. That would be greatly appreciated. Just those help with the YouTube algorithm and channels growing and all of that. So would be awesome to keep expanding the base, closing in on 2,000 subscribers here. Would love to cross that threshold and keep going from there. Come on, really? Craziness. Yes, I did speed it up a little bit. It was just too much of a roll. Too much turmoil. Alright, 446. My rhythm is off. I did have to take a little bit of a break a few holes ago. It was more than a little bit of a break. I had a few meetings and a few things I needed to get done. Ooh. Alright, we're gonna back this off. Right, well, it was good. Power's weak. They're cheering. They're excited. Oh, it shouldn't be. Wow. Okay. Another one of these. I don't. Not a fan. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Well, we got close, but what I'm doing is a bunch of pars suddenly. We've toned down our play. Yeah, everybody else is like even or whatever, so it's not even close. It's interesting that it's just like 2 people every time. Alright, I'm gonna try this time just to do this. With the wind, I'm hoping we'll have enough. A little further than I would have liked, but it is a small landing area, so still pretty proud of that. Alright, we're going to give it a little bit of a wider berth. It's not going to move. Ah! The shadow went over the hole again. So close. So I went a little too wide. Now this again should need less wide because it's uphill. Oh, caught up one. I've only got a 7-stroke lead. It's still... nothing's guaranteed. How about that? So I do not want to just assume we're good. But 3 wood, this is as far as I can go, so... It's so hard not to hit to the right over here. I don't understand, but it's like the story of my life. Alright, 38 yards. I don't know. I want to make sure I'm up, so if I'm over, I'm over. But 39 just doesn't quite seem like enough. Ooh. Alright, I'm a little bit right. I didn't like that. Alright, pretty straight on, so I'm not going to play around too much. Come on! Come on. Wow. There is no way that should not have fallen in. Wow. Alright, no, we're gonna be conservative here. I am not gonna lose strokes for being greedy again. So we'll get ourselves there. Leave a decent approach shot here. 10 over. It's a pitching wedge. No. We'll do what we were doing. Okay, wind is going to move me over. That should all be wind related. I'd say that's not too bad. So we had a pretty solid distance. I don't think it's going to move much. And you know I say that. You know what's going to happen. It didn't move at all. Holy moly. Okay, I figured it would have moved some. So, yeah, that one psyched me out for sure. Alright. So yeah, a little less chatty here. Just, again, it's been a little bit later than the start of the round, and 4 rounds, again, is a bit much, although I feel like I should get some more done here. Alright, we're gonna try this here. Let's see. If anything's gonna end up in the water, it's gonna be this shot, but I should be alright. Let's see. Ooh. Nowhere near as far of a bounce as I thought. 5-iron, I thought it'd get a really big roll. Clearly, I was wrong. Alright, well, let's get close. Alright, coming on. Oh, ooh, that's decent. Oh, my goodness. Somehow that rolled off. I don't know that I can hit from out of here, but we're going to try. Oh boy. I was worried it wouldn't come out, and it did, and then some. This is not a good hole. Come on. Ah. A double bogey, that's pretty ugly. Alright, we should still be plenty ahead. We are. So, yeah, overdid that putt, and everything kind of fell apart from there. So, definitely not a good result. Again, a par 3 that's this far is challenging. Alright, up there at the edge. Again, we'll see where we pull this in. Yeah, this one's tough up here. A lot of roll. A lot of roll. More roll than I would like. And, oh, come on. Was not a great stroke, but... Okay, well, I'm definitely having a really bad ending here. Again, I'm doing fine. Okay, let's just at least get a par here. I don't want to keep hemorrhaging. I got a birdie here last time, so that would be nice. I mean, for a moment, I was like, oh, maybe we'll get 20 under. That ain't happening. Alright. I'm glad I didn't go any further. That's a long, long way. Alright. I don't think this moves as much as I thought last time. So it is downhill, so I want to be careful. Ugh. Frustrating. Really frustrating. Alright, hopefully we can just put this in and walk away. Whew. All right. All right, so we got the victory. Pretty basic looking trophy there. Yeah, the terrible loading, whatever. I mean, this is something people have complained about on with everything on here, that it's just a bit odd. All right, Xander finished 6th. Yeah, I mean, he had a better round than I did, which is scary. So he did gain some ground on me. All right, sponsor progression. Let's see where we get up. Nothing substantial. So again, it looks like Titleist is going to be the first one to get to tier 9. And we really beat Brooke. Wow, she had a lot of bogey. Of course, again, she had round 3 and 4 were really rough for her. And I mean, look at all the double bogeys. Wow. I'm not even sure I've had 9 double bogeys in an event. All right, so Matt moves up 18th to 17th. Denny is in 16th, and then Lydia is up to 11th. She's slowly progressing up the leaderboard. All right, so I saw we get 1.7 million followers. We beat our rival. That's the round. Couple sponsor rewards. And then XP is another sponsor, because each sponsor tiered up. Sponsor tier 5 with 5 sponsors, so that's interesting. All right, build the brand, and let's see. Let's go to the interview. All right, with this victory, you've solidified your position at number 1 in the FedEx Cup standings. Are you comfortable in this role at the moment? Very comfortable. My focus. All right, I'm gonna do that and move myself up a bit. Again, I want to stay in that composed area, but in a tournament where you had such a dominant win, did you find the final holes to be more about managing your lead or continuing to push for excellence in each shot? Yeah, I give my all in every shot. I just sucked at the bottom. Victories like today draw a lot of attention from golf fans to your persona. How important is for you to control your public image? Pay attention to what I say and do. That's actually not perfect. I'm on a mission as a tool. Well, I don't know. I mean, some of that. It's my job. Not important. I'm willing to focus. Winning as much, not on what others. I'll say very important. Again, move myself there, and then we can take more conservative views later. Yeah, we got 1.7 million followers for winning this time, so that was crazy. So yeah, we're up to 15 million with everything. All right, well, all we've got at this point is getting rid of the sponsor offers. We don't need any of these. We could have, I think, Callaway I know has balls. Either way, we'll dump these off. So as I talked about, I'm going to leave things as they are, difficulty-wise, going into the PGA tournament. I'm going to play week 20 this way, and then I'll reassess, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to go ahead, up my difficulty to master level, and then maybe, bring theirs all the way down to amateur, and just see what that looks like. So maybe week 21 will still not be that difficult, because that might be too much of a disparity. Again, I can mess things up pretty well with master difficulty, as I've shown, but at least then I think I'm definitely feeling comfortable enough that I can go ahead and do that and maybe still maintain competitiveness here, where I can still do okay. I mean, again, I don't have to win every time, but if I am not getting killed every time, which is what initially started to happen, that would be helpful. We're done there with a second event. I've got 3 more I need to get done this week to get the 150. We're at even 16,000 VC, so we literally need 5,000 VC more. Today is October 10th. October 29th, we got 19 days. So again, if I do 300 a day, I would exceed that amount. So I'm still going to keep up the target, but I don't want to fall back if I don't have to. And certainly, given that I'm trying to get what I need to do with the week As I've talked about in an event, I'm going to just get 5 or 200 just for playing the 4 rounds, at least for the next 3 days or 3 events. I'll definitely hit my target. We'll see what it looks like after that. I will see you next time.